Good day, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about living with a mindset of expectancy. Not just any expectancy, but the kind that believes that your future is filled with favor, blessings, and opportunities beyond what you can imagine. You may have faced obstacles, disappointments, or delays, but I want to remind you what's ahead is far greater than what's behind, certainly. Here's an expanded version of the first point. Favor is already lined up for you. You are not going through life alone. There is a divine plan already set in motion for you, one that is filled with favor, blessings, and opportunities beyond your imagination. The path has already been prepared. The right people have already been assigned, and the doors you need to walk through are already in place. You may not see them yet, but they are there waiting for the perfect time to open. Think about a GPS system. When you enter a destination, the route is already calculated. The system knows the roads ahead, the detours, and even the delays. If you make a wrong turn, it recalculates and gets you back on track. In the same way, favor is working in your life like a divine GPS. Even when things don't go as planned, even when you face obstacles, favor will reroute you to ensure you reach the destination that has been set for you. Sometimes we think we have to strive, struggle, and chase after blessings, but the truth is favor is already chasing us. The right connections, the right breaks, the right opportunities, they are already assigned to our future. That's why we don't have to live in worry or fear. We don't have to go around thinking, what if I never meet the right person? What if I never get that promotion? What if my dreams never come to pass? No, favor is already in motion. At the right time, things will fall into place. Think of a gardener planting seeds. They don't check every hour to see if the plant has grown. They trust the process, knowing that if they water it and care for it, the growth will come in due time. That's how we should live, with a deep confidence that what's meant for us is already on its way. You don't have to force the seed to grow. It's built into the process. In the same way, favor is already built into your journey. Maybe you've been working hard, doing your best, but nothing seems to be changing. You feel like you're stuck in the same place. But let me encourage you, favor is about to show up in unexpected ways. The right doors are going to open suddenly. The right people are going to cross your path. A medical report is going to turn around. A financial breakthrough is going to find you. When you live with this expectation, you attract favor. Instead of complaining about what's not happening, start thanking in advance for what is coming. Instead of dwelling on obstacles, focus on the opportunities that are ahead. Favor is already lined up for you, so get ready, because you're about to step into something greater than you ever imagined. Certainly, here's an expanded version of your current circumstances don't define your future. It's easy to look at where we are right now and assume that this is how life will always be. Maybe you're facing challenges in your career, struggling in your finances, or dealing with a difficult relationship. Maybe you've prayed for a breakthrough, but nothing seems to be changing. The enemy would love for you to believe that this is your permanent reality, that things will never get better. But let me remind you, where you are now is not where you're staying. Your current situation does not define your destiny. Just because you're experiencing difficulty today does not mean you'll be stuck there forever. What you're facing is temporary. The challenges, the setbacks, the disappointments, they are only a chapter in your story, not the whole book. Favor can shift things in an instant. One moment of divine opportunity, one unexpected breakthrough, one open door can completely change the course of your life. Think about a caterpillar. If you were to judge it by its current condition, you'd say it's just a slow-moving insect crawling on the ground without much significance. But what you don't see is what's happening inside. There is a transformation taking place. At the right time, it breaks out of its cocoon and becomes a beautiful butterfly soaring to new heights. You may feel like you're in a season where nothing is happening. You feel overlooked, stuck, or even forgotten, but inside, growth is taking place. Transformation is in motion. You are being prepared for something greater. What may seem like a time of waiting is actually a time of refining, strengthening, and positioning. Look at the stories of great people throughout history. Many of them faced hardships, rejection, and obstacles. But they didn't let their circumstances define them. They kept believing, kept pushing forward, and at the right time, favor lifted them to new levels. The same is true for you. You may have grown up in a difficult environment. You may have made mistakes in the past. You may feel unqualified, unworthy, or unequipped. But your past does not determine your future. Your background doesn't limit what favor can do in your life. Where you started is not where you have to finish. The key is to stop looking at your circumstances as the final word. Start looking at them as temporary. If you keep pressing forward, if you keep believing, if you keep expecting, then what's ahead will be far greater than what's behind. The doors that have been closed will open. The obstacles that seem impossible will be removed. The favor that has been prepared for you will take you places you never imagined. So don't settle where you are. Don't let disappointment cause you to give up on your dreams. Keep reminding yourself, this is not where my story ends. Favor is working behind the scenes. My current circumstances are not my final destination. Something greater is coming my way. Certainly, here's an expanded version of keep speaking victory over your life. Your words have incredible power. What you speak over your life shapes your future. Too often we allow negative words to come out of our mouths without realizing that we are speaking defeat into our own circumstances. We say things like, I'll never get out of this situation. I'm always struggling. Nothing good ever happens to me. Or I just don't have what it takes. What we don't realize is that these words are planting seeds. Seeds that will take root and produce the very thing we are declaring. If you keep speaking defeat, you will live a defeated life. If you keep speaking lack, you will struggle with lack. If you keep saying you're not good enough, you will never step into the fullness of your potential. But the good news is that you can change the direction of your life by changing the words you speak. Instead of speaking defeat, start speaking victory. Instead of saying, I'll never get out of debt, declare, I am blessed and abundance is coming my way. Instead of saying, I'll never get well, declare, healing is flowing through my body and I am getting stronger every day. Instead of saying, I'll never meet the right person, say, the right people are being drawn to me and divine connections are coming my way. You may not feel like it, the circumstances may not look like it, but faith is speaking what you don't yet see. When you declare victory in the middle of the struggle, you are activating favor. You are creating an atmosphere for breakthroughs, promotions, and new opportunities. Think of it like a thermostat. If the temperature in your house is too cold, you don't just accept it, you adjust the thermostat to the temperature you want. Your words are like that thermostat. If life feels stuck, turn up the temperature by speaking words of faith, expectation, and confidence. There's a story about a man who always spoke favor over his life, even when things weren't going well. He would say, I'm blessed, doors are opening, and my future is bright. People thought he was being unrealistic because at the time, nothing seemed to be going his way. But what they didn't realize was that his words were planting the seeds for his breakthrough. Eventually, the right connections came. The right opportunities showed up. His circumstances caught up with the words he had been declaring. The same can happen for you. Don't talk about how bad things are. Talk about how great things are going to be. Don't declare what's wrong. Declare what's right. Instead of saying, I don't know how I'll make it, say, I have everything I need for this season. Instead of saying, I feel weak, say, I am strong and full of energy. When you speak victory, you are setting yourself up for favor. You are creating an environment for breakthroughs. You are inviting the right people, the right opportunities, and the right resources into your life. So be intentional with your words. Every morning, declare favor. Throughout the day, speak blessings over your future. Before you go to bed, thank God that good things are coming your way. Your words are shaping your destiny. Speak victory and watch how favor begins to move in your life. Certainly, here's an expanded version of delays are not denials. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as we'd like. You've prayed, you've worked hard, you've done everything you know to do, yet the breakthrough still hasn't come. The promotion hasn't happened, the relationship hasn't worked out, the healing is taking longer than expected. In those moments, it's tempting to think, maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe this dream will never come to pass. But let me remind you, just because it's delayed does not mean it's denied. A delay is not a sign that favor has left you. It's not proof that your dream is out of reach. It simply means that the timing isn't right yet. There are things being worked out behind the scenes that you can't see. The right people, the right conditions, the right opportunities. Everything has to line up perfectly for you to step into the fullness of your destiny. If you were to receive what you're asking for too soon, you might not be ready for it. The blessing might not be fully prepared. The delay is actually positioning you for something greater. Think about a farmer who plants seeds in the ground. He doesn't dig them up the next day wondering why there's no harvest. He understands that there's a process. There's a season of waiting. Just because he can't see the growth happening underground doesn't mean the seeds aren't developing. He trusted at the right time the harvest will come. In the same way, you have seeds of favor, blessings, and breakthroughs planted in your life. You may not see them yet, but they are growing. You are closer than you think. Don't let the delay convince you to give up on what's coming. There's a story of a man who desperately wanted a promotion. He had worked hard, remained faithful, and was fully qualified. But when the time came for promotions, he was overlooked. Not once, but multiple times. He could have become bitter. He could have given up. But he kept believing, kept working with excellence, and kept trusting that favor was working on his behalf. One day, his boss unexpectedly left. And instead of receiving just a small promotion, he was offered the highest position in the company. What looked like a delay was actually preparation for something far greater than he had imagined. Had he been promoted earlier, he would have never received that level of favor. The same principle applies to your life. If you didn't get the job, the relationship didn't work out, or the opportunity passed you by, don't be discouraged. The delay is not a denial. Favor is working things out in ways you can't yet see. What's meant for you will not pass you by. You have to keep the right perspective. Instead of saying, why is this taking so long? Start saying, I know the delay means something better is coming. Instead of being frustrated, be grateful that things are happening in the right timing. Sometimes a delay is protection. You may be asking for something that, if given to you right now, would be more of a burden than a blessing. Other times, a delay is about alignment, getting the right people and opportunities in place so that when the door opens, it leads to something bigger than you ever imagined. Don't let a temporary delay cause you to give up on a permanent blessing. What's ahead is greater than what's behind. The favor that's coming will be bigger, better, and more fulfilling than what you expected. Stay in faith, keep believing, and remember, just because it's delayed does not mean it's denied. Certainly, here's an expanded version of favor will take you where hard work alone cannot. Hard work is important. Being diligent, showing up every day, and putting in the effort are all necessary for success. But there are moments in life when favor will take you places that hard work alone cannot. Favor will open doors that you weren't even knocking on. It will cause you to stand out when others are more qualified. It will bring the right people across your path, position you in the right opportunities, and accelerate you beyond what you could achieve in your own strength. You may have skills, experience, and talent, but there are times when those things alone aren't enough. The truth is, there are people working just as hard as you. People with the same degree, the same experience, or even more qualifications. But what will set you apart is favor. Favor is what causes your name to be mentioned in the right rooms, even when you're not there. It's what makes people go out of their way to help you. It's what brings opportunities that you didn't even know existed. Think about a person applying for a job. Dozens, maybe hundreds of other candidates submit their applications. Many of them are just as experienced, maybe even more so, yet somehow their application rises to the top. the hiring manager takes a special interest in them. They get the position not just because of their qualifications, but because favor opened the door. Look at the story of a young woman who dreamed of becoming a designer. She didn't have the top education or the strongest connections, but she had talent and determination. One day, she happened to meet someone at a coffee shop who worked in the fashion industry. That conversation led to an introduction, which led to an opportunity, which launched her career beyond anything she imagined. She worked hard, but favor was what put her in the right place at the right time. We see this pattern over and over again. There are moments when logic says something shouldn't happen, but favor steps in. There are times when you're not next in line for the promotion, but favor moves you to the front. There are times when you don't have the resources, but somehow everything falls into place. That's why you don't have to strive or struggle to make things happen in your own strength. Yes, work hard. Yes, give it your best. But don't rely on effort alone. Rely on favor. When you live with this mindset, you stop stressing about every little detail. You stop worrying about whether or not people will recognize your worth. You stop being frustrated when things don't happen in your timing. Instead, you trust that favor is working behind the scenes, setting things in motion, orchestrating connections, and opening doors that you never expected. It's important to recognize that favor doesn't just work in big, life-changing moments. It works in the small things too. It's favor that causes you to find the right parking spot when you're running late. It's favor that brings an unexpected discount just when you need it. It's favor that allows you to meet someone who gives you advice that changes your life. When you understand this, you walk with confidence. You stop competing with everyone else because you know that favor is what sets you apart. You stop being envious of other people's success because you know that what's meant for you. So go into every situation expecting favor. Expect to stand out. Expect people to help you. Expect doors to open. You don't have to force it, manipulate it, or stress over it. Just trust that favor will take you where hard work alone cannot, and you will step into opportunities beyond your greatest imagination. Certainly, here's an expanded version of right people are being positioned in your path. You were never meant to go through life alone. Your destiny is too big to accomplish by yourself. There are people already assigned to help you, encourage you, and open doors for you. They are divine connections, people who will recognize your gifts, speak life into your dreams, and propel you into your purpose. Sometimes we worry about how we're going to reach our goals. We think we have to make everything happen on our own. But the truth is, favor brings the right people into your life at the right time. You don't have to stress over making the right connections. Divine appointments have already been scheduled for you. Think about a puzzle. Each piece is designed to fit perfectly with another. On its own, a single piece doesn't reveal the full picture. But when it's placed in the right position, it connects seamlessly and completes something greater. That's how favor works in your relationships. You don't have to force connections or chase after people. The right people will recognize your value and fit into your life naturally. Sometimes we get discouraged because certain relationships don't work out. People we trusted walk away, friendships fade, or business partnerships fall apart. But don't be discouraged. Every loss is making room for the right people. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season. If they can walk away, let them go. If a door closes, don't try to force it open. Favor is making room for better relationships, stronger connections, and the right people who will help you fulfill your destiny. Think about the story of a man who was struggling in his career. He had the talent, the passion, and the work ethic, but no one was noticing him. He kept getting overlooked, and it seemed like doors were closing at every turn. But one day he met someone by chance. A person who saw his potential and believed in him. That connection opened doors he never could have imagined. What seemed like years of frustration turned into a season of acceleration, all because the right person stepped into his life. That's how favor works. One connection can change everything. One mentor can open doors that would have taken you years to open on your own. One conversation can lead to an opportunity that shifts your entire future. You don't have to manipulate or scheme to make it happen. Favor's already arranging the right people to cross your path. At the same time, you must also be willing to let go of the wrong people. Not everyone can go where you're going. Some relationships are distractions. Some friendships hold you back. If someone is constantly discouraging you, feeding you negativity, or causing you to doubt yourself, they are not part of your destiny. Favor will remove the wrong people so the right ones can take their place. Instead of worrying about who's not supporting you, start thanking in advance for the people who are coming. The right people are on the way. The right friends, the right mentors, the right business partners, the right spouse. Favor is working behind the scenes, aligning people who will celebrate you, push you forward, and help you reach new heights. So walk in confidence. Stop trying to convince the wrong people to believe in you. Stop holding on to relationships that are draining you. Trust that favor is orchestrating divine connections. At the right time, in the right place, the right people will show up, and they will help propel you into the future that has already been planned for you. Certainly, here's an expanded version of unexpected opportunities are coming your way. Life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. Just when you think nothing is changing, just when it looks like you're stuck in the same routine, favor steps in and brings an opportunity that shifts everything. A door suddenly opens. A connection appears out of nowhere. A situation turns around for your good. You may be wondering, how is my dream ever going to come to pass? Maybe you've been working hard, staying faithful, doing the right thing, but it feels like nothing is happening. You're looking at the natural, but favor works in the supernatural. What you can't see is that behind the scenes, things are lining up for you. The right opportunity, the right person, the right breakthrough, it's already in motion. Sometimes we limit our expectations to what we can logically see. We think, I'll only get promoted if my boss notices me. I'll only succeed if I have the right background or connections. But favor is not limited by logic. Favor is not restricted by what you can see. Think about a person looking for a job. They apply to company after company with no success. They feel discouraged, wondering if the right opportunity will ever come. Then, out of nowhere, someone they barely know recommends them for a position that wasn't even advertised. Suddenly, doors fly open, and they step into something better than they ever imagined. That's how favor works. You don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities will come looking for you. There's a story of a young woman who dreamed of becoming an artist. She worked tirelessly on her paintings, but struggled to get noticed. One day, while showcasing her work at a small local gallery, a well-known art collector just happened to walk in. He was so impressed by her work that he introduced her to major galleries, and within months, her career took off. What looked like an ordinary day turned into the day that changed her life. Unexpected opportunities don't just come by chance, they are divinely orchestrated. They are moments where favor intervenes and shifts everything in your favor. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in life happen when you least expect them. You wake up thinking it's just another day, but suddenly an email arrives with an offer. A conversation leads to a promotion. A chance encounter introduces you to someone who changes your life. That's why you must stay in expectation. You may not see any signs of change right now. It may feel like nothing is happening, but favor is always at work. What looks impossible today can turn around tomorrow. The key is to keep a heart of expectancy. Instead of saying, I'll never get a good opportunity, start saying, I know unexpected doors are opening for me. Instead of thinking, I've already missed my chance, declare, my best opportunities are still ahead. Unexpected opportunities don't require your effort. They require your faith. Keep believing, keep speaking favor over your life, and keep expecting the unexpected. One phone call, one meeting, one divine appointment, and you could find yourself in the middle of a breakthrough. Favor is already working. Stay ready, because unexpected opportunities are coming your way. Certainly. Here's an expanded version of your best days are still ahead. No matter where you are in life right now, whether you're experiencing success or facing challenges, know this: your best days are not behind you. They are still ahead. It's easy to look at disappointments, missed opportunities, or past mistakes and think that you've already seen your greatest moments. But favor doesn't work like that. What's ahead is greater than anything you've seen before. Too often, people settle because they think they've reached their limit. They say things like, "I'll never do anything greater than what I've already done. I'll never have another opportunity like that. That was my best season, and now it's over." But that kind of thinking closes the door to the future. If you stay focused on what's behind you, you won't be able to embrace what's ahead of you. The truth is, favor always moves forward. It doesn't leave you stuck in the past. It propels you into a greater future. What you've seen so far is only a glimpse of what's coming. Think about an artist who paints a beautiful masterpiece. After finishing one great work, they don't stop and say, that's the best I'll ever do. No, they pick up the brush again and create something even greater. Life is the same way. You haven't painted your best picture yet. You haven't written your best chapter yet. There are still dreams to fulfill, new doors to walk through, and victories to celebrate. Look at the story of a man who had a successful business, but suddenly faced unexpected setbacks. He lost clients, finances became tight, and it seemed like his best days were over. People told him to accept defeat, to downsize his dreams. But instead of giving up, he kept believing for favor. He declared, "My best days are still ahead." Not long after, a new opportunity came his way, one that was bigger and better than anything before. What looked like a setback was actually a setup for something greater. That's how favor works. It's not limited by your past. It doesn't matter if you've made mistakes, faced failures, or gone through difficult seasons. Favor is always working towards something better. Maybe you've been through a tough time. Maybe you lost a job, faced a breakup, or struggled with disappointment. Let me encourage you, that was just a chapter, not the whole story. There are still new opportunities coming. There are still relationships that will bring you joy. There are still doors that will open in ways you never imagined. It's easy to settle and say, this is as good as it gets. But don't put limits on what favor can do. You haven't reached your full potential yet. You haven't seen the greatest blessings yet. The favor on your life is still unfolding, and the best is yet to come. So shift your mindset. Instead of looking back, start looking forward. Instead of talking about what you've lost, start expecting what's on the way. Instead of saying, I've seen my best days, start declaring, my greatest days are still ahead. Favor is setting you up for something bigger, something better, something beyond what you can imagine. Keep believing, keep expecting, and keep moving forward, because your best days are still ahead. Closing remarks: expecting a favor-filled future. As you step into the days ahead, walk with confidence, knowing that favor is already working on your behalf. You don't have to figure out every detail, force things to happen, or strive in your own strength. The right doors will open, the right people will come, and the right opportunities will find you. What may seem like a delay is not a denial, it's a setup for something greater. What looks like an obstacle is actually making way for a breakthrough. Unexpected blessings, divine connections, and new opportunities are already in motion. So don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't settle for less than what has been planned for you. Instead, live each day with bold expectancy, declaring, my best days are still ahead. Favor is surrounding me. Good things are coming my way. Keep believing, keep expecting, keep moving forward, because a favor-filled future is already lined up for you.